Derek Lott, forward march. Derek Lott, forward march.
Thank you, contest chair.
You're welcome.
Forward march. That was Mr. Eames, an intense and scary band director. I was trying out for the high school marching band, and I should have stayed home. My trumpet playing was horrible. When I played, the dogs howled, and the neighbors wore earplugs. 100 hopeful teenagers sat around Mr. Eames, waiting to hear who made the band. Suddenly, the trumpet section leader blasted and pointed at me. Mr. Eames, that kid's trumpet playing is the worst I've ever heard. I want to snap my fingers and disappear. Ever felt that way? Why the trumpet? It was anonymously sent, but I would learn it was from my biological father. He was absent in my life, and I hoped that if I played well enough, he'd stop being my birth father and start being my dad. Contest chair, Toastmasters and guests, alarmingly, all around the world, over 100 million children are fatherless. And I was one of them. Illegitimate. I was just a kid. Back in that band room, I grew anxious. My escape was 100 feet away. I packed my trumpet. I lunged forward, hurling myself at that door. And then I tripped, fell flat on the floor. 100 teenagers burst into a raging laughter. Did you see that? What a loser. Dismissed. I cried. Mr. Eames helped me to my feet. Lott, do you know why I belt out forward march? You should call it forward faceplant. Wise guy, no matter what happens on the field or in life, forward march. What happens next is up to you. Now, do you want to join this marching band? You mean I have a chance? Well, hold on, son, not so fast. One day at a time. That night, I shared with Mom what had happened, and she took my round cheeks and pulled me close. What is true today doesn't have to be true tomorrow. I believe you'll make that marching band. Do you think my dad will come see me play? Maybe, but if not, I'll always be there. Do you want to hear me play now? Hon, I got to get back to dinner. But I'll be listening. As she turned away, I saw her put in earplugs. I couldn't blame her. My trumpet playing was that bad. After 15 minutes of practicing, ding dong, my friends, when I opened the door, oof, I was tackled. D. Lott, we're going to play kickball. I have to practice. Give it up already. You got the dogs howling and the whole neighborhood wearing earplugs. You're no Louis Armstrong. Ha ha. I want my dad to come see me play. We're calling him Dad now. You have us. Listen, D. Lott, I'm all for the marching thing. But don't do it for him. Do it for you. What happens next was up to me. Could I? Forward march. I picked up my trumpet and thought, boy, I love kickball. And I love my friends. Without another thought, I was out the door. What? You expected an instant transformation? It would be several days later, I saw a boy playing catch with his dad, and my heart twisted. In that moment, my desire for a dad moved from my head to my heart, and it hurt. Despite Mr. Eames, my mom, and my friends, I still wanted a dad. I needed a dad. After that, I didn't open the door for my friends. And after a few months of diligently practicing, I no longer needed earplugs. Forward, march! As we began to play, the melodious notes that resonated from the bell of my horn silenced the trumpet section leader, silenced my critics, silenced my doubts. I had made the high school marching band. A few years later, I graduated lettering in music. I stood at graduation, diploma in hand. My friends were cheering. My grandma was beaming. And my mom, she was crying. Tears of joy. Foolishly, I looked for the man I wished would call me his son. He wasn't there. Mr. Eames was there. Lott, congratulations. What's next? Friends, what's next for you? We all have a story. We may not share the same circumstances, but we share the same humanity. We can succumb to our struggles or rise to the occasion. I wasted so much time focused on what I didn't have when I was marching forward all along, overcoming the stigma of being fatherless with love from my mom, support from Mr. Eames, and encouragement from my knucklehead friends. I would never know my father. Do you know who knows their dad? Kayla, Caitlin, and David, my kids. Out of the ashes of my heartbreak, they are my greatest joy. And when they need me, believe me, I'm there. When I answered Mr. Eames' question, what's next? I squared my shoulders. I matched his gaze. I thought about that fatherless kid and said, no, proclaim, forward, march. Contest chair.